This was my first pregnancy. I came from Las Vegas and I was pregnant and I was by myself. So I didn't know anybody, and the only help that I did have was my grandfather in terms of like my pregnancy and finding a doctor and finding a nurse. I didn't know like even where to start. I had to go to an urgent care a couple times because I was having pregnancy scares. I was referred to a doctor by the urgent care, and in that medical office they had the pamphlets and stuff for like resources for help, and Black Infant Help was like the first one that I called and came to one of the events. My mom died 2017, so I don't have like any women figures in there, and the pamphlet said come be in a group with women and talk about, you know, maternal health and just overall well-being, and it was like everything I needed in a little pamphlet. And that was like the first thing that I was excited about when I came back to California. I lived with my grandfather at the time, and he lived in a place where I couldn't stay long. In my first group, I met women who eventually led me to a place where I can live. I met a doula at one of their baby shower event. She was the only one there when I had my baby. I had my baby at 5 o'clock in the morning. But just the confidence that I have in my health and my baby's health, and asking questions and being able to like advocate for myself when I have questions, and knowing like where to go or where to find information, the way I eat. A lot of that I learned in Black Infant Health. We used to do like yoga. I feel like my pregnancy stayed healthy because of Black Infant Health. One of the most important things I think I learned was the self-care part that nobody ever taught me, even my mom, that I have to take care of myself before I can take care of my baby. And just with that, it's helped me so much in the way I raise my daughter, and I now take care of my nieces. But yeah, it's just a long list of things that Black Infant Health taught me that, or showed me or reminded me that I didn't know before. My mom was a single parent, but she was a good mother. But a lot of her good parenting came from survival and her doing what she had to do. And I didn't want to be that kind of parent, like, you know, angry at my kids because, you know, I'm a single parent, or just struggling and having cycles of doing the same thing. I didn't want to do that. It made me think like what kind of mom she would have been if she would have had Black Infant Health. If she would have had a group of women to help her, she would have, you know, she probably would have been a lot better off than she was. But they didn't have stuff like this. And she had a good mom too, but you know, they didn't have groups of women to help them or tell them, you know, like it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to put your kids before work, stuff like that. Like our health and our kids is more important than anything. And she would have been happy to see me come into something like Black Infant Health to build myself up, because that's what I did here. Black Infant Health just build myself up so I can be a good mom, and gave me the tools to build up my kids and everybody around me, and that's what I've been doing. Where I'm at now in life, I'm in college. I'm graduating with a bachelor's in sociology next year. That wasn't even an option for me to go back. I was like, well, I'm gonna be a single mom, so I'm just gonna focus on, you know, at least trying to be a good mom. I'll be moving into a house that I saved for. I fixed my credit. I have a good credit score. I got my nieces out of foster care. I'll be going back to school for my nursing degree. I don't know where I would be if I didn't come to Black Infant Health, but the goals that I made, they empowered me to keep those goals and follow through with those. Black Infant Health is definitely something that all Black women should be a part of, not just for the education, but for the community, for the resources, for the sense of knowing yourself. I learned the statistics in Black women and how we died more in our babies in birth, and there are doctors here and there's educated women here that have learned about us and what we need, and nobody else is talking about that. So somebody gotta speak for us and talk about the things that we grow through, especially with our pregnancies, because our babies are, everything to us. It's very important that we pay attention to that and have a space for that to be recognized and talked about. I still talk to a lot of the staff that worked here, or a lot of the mentors that we had here, and the therapists. They still call me. Like, I go to a lot of the girls' kids' birthday parties. Our kids still see each other and play together. And my circle of friends and my sisters is all through Black Infant Health. No matter how and what area in your life, we have to find a way to come together. I would say the biggest thing is community. Like, even if you have a family, even if you are familiar with pregnancy and you think it's nothing like having a group of women to share with, share experiences with, share our lives with, share our stories, just come together. And this is like the most safest, comfortablest place where I feel like I can be natural and just be honest and share with sisters, like people who I never felt judged, I never felt uncomfortable here. It was never like nothing that I felt pressured to do. I benefited so much, not just the stuff I got, my baby monitors, clothes, diapers. I still get diapers from Black Infant Health. But on top of all that, I wouldn't have that motivation to keep going and be the best me if I didn't come to Black Infant Health.